Welcome to Woodge Manufacturing. We know that one of the keys to a successful furniture manufacturing business is to be in control. To do that, you need the data on everything that is going on to make the right decisions. But you need that data filtered down to what is important to you as a decision maker. And the problem is, when a company is small, you can be in control. But with a large company, you just can't do everything and be everywhere at once, which makes you feel like your business is running you. We believe there is a way to get control of your business. We understand the systems that are fine for a small company, they become a hindrance for a large company, and your employees never quite get your business like you do. Which is why, following years of experience in furniture manufacturing, from personally handcrafted fine furniture to running large production facilities with multi-million pound contracts, we've spent years building an intelligent system that puts the control back in your hands. So here's how we do it. We spend time to understand your business, and then we set our system up in the way you work, with the products that you make and the processes you do in your workshops. Our system, it brings everything into one place. No more double entering onto multiple complicated spreadsheets, just a simple single software. We have an API that allows us to integrate with most other software. We create clear schedules for everyone in your company. So your sales team, they know who they should be following up and when. Your workshop team, they know what jobs they should be working on, and they have all the information they need. Your accounts, they know the numbers. Your office staff, they know what material to order. And your fitting teams, they know where they should be and the exact layout of the furniture they are fitting. And all this, it all happens without you having to micromanage every step. We give you a system that puts you in control. So this video will showcase how easy it is to gain that control. You can stop feeling like you're driving without a steering wheel, and instead you'll be in the driving seat with all that data at your fingertips. We gift you the time to work on your business, not in it. Woodge Manufacturing is a cradle-to-grave system. I'm going to walk you through taking an initial inquiry right through to dispatch and invoicing. So, we've received a new inquiry, and I'm going to create a new client and set up their details. In our CRM, you can track everything you want to about each client. You can have multiple contacts for each client and multiple addresses. These can be set as the default delivery or invoice address, or just be a one-off address. And this data will be pulled through to each of their orders. You can specify what data you want to collect for each client. For example, where the inquiry came from, what type of client they are, or how many employees they have. There is no limit to the data you can track. Within the client layout, you can see all their quotes and their orders. You can see their payment history and any sales tasks. So every contact you have with a client, it can be tracked, scheduled and assigned to a salesperson. So that on their dashboard, they can see a list of actions with due dates and their personal pipeline. We also show a whole company pipeline, so no inquiry gets missed. Each inquiry can be graded to ensure the right ones are being focused on. Sales are also tracked and they can be filtered however you want. These filters can be saved so you can quickly and easily access the data that you want. If you run multiple showrooms or you sell B2B, then each retailer can be set up with their own login. They will only see their own clients and orders, and they can have their specific pricing. When they're ready to submit an order, it will appear in the manufacturer's schedule and can email you to notify that there's a new order. This also gives you, as the manufacturer, sight of all the prospective quotes, helping you manage demand and fill up your order book. I'm now going to create a quote for this client. I can put the client's reference in and set the lead status as hot as they're keen to place this order. Now, part of his order is a bespoke piece of furniture that we've drawn up in the CAD software, so we're going to import this in. We've matched the part names in our CAD software with those of the Woodge catalogue. And this ensures that no matter how bespoke the furniture you design, our system can match the part types and therefore know the processes that will need to happen in your workshop. But if the furniture is so bespoke that some parts don't match what we've set up in the catalogue, you can specify what these are at the point of order, changing the processes and selecting the material after the import. We give you as much flexibility as you need. We are also going to add a standard product from our catalogue to the same order. This will show you how our software can cope with standard products and truly bespoke ones. We can search for the product. We then apply the options that apply for this quote. When we set your catalogue up, we can add any options you want for each product, and we then teach you how to make further changes going forward yourself. And the pricing is completely dynamic. Selecting different materials, number of shelves, or even just the dimensions, they can automatically adjust the price. This ensures accurate, consistent pricing by all salespeople. Once we've added all the products, we have a price for the order and we can generate a quote to send to the client. Each product that we've built into the catalogue has a cost price built in so that we can see an estimated profit straight away. But if there are some bespoke items that we want on this order, we can move the order into pre-manufacture. This will simulate the manufacturing and it will automatically create the bill of materials, expected labour costs, overheads, consumables, any outsourced items, any specific purchase orders for this order. This will then give us an estimated cost based on these. We can, if we need to, update the selling price to ensure we're making the correct profit. And then once the order is completed and the manufacturing is done, we can adjust these numbers to show the actual costs and the actual profit for our reporting going forward. So now we've got the pricing and the quote as we want it, we can email it directly from the system. We can set the system up to create a reminder to follow up this quote in a week, and this will show in our sales dashboard. So the client has now come back to us and they want to proceed with the order. I'm going to go to their record, click through to the quote details, and we're going to submit this order. This will put the order into sales check, and then the office can do their checks through processing it and make sure it's ready for manufacture. If you want to track payments, you can record these in the payments tab. You can decide what statuses your orders go through when we set the system up, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to use the default ones that come on the system. Now for each order, you can track whatever office tasks that you want. Here we're going to track order received, initial meeting, order confirmation issued, drawings issued, purchase list issued, material orders placed, and material orders received. But when we set the system up for you, we can set it to track whatever you want. So these tasks can be automatically assigned to an employee if you want, or just come through and anybody can pick them up. When you click on the blue button, it will then go orange. This means that you don't get more than one person trying to do the same task at the same time. If you click on it again, it will go green and it will show the first few letters of the user's name. This then shows that everybody that this process has been done. If you hover over the name, it will show the timestamp and when it was completed. These also show on the order details page. So on the order page, you can see all of the tasks and whether they've been done and who did them. When all the necessary checks have been completed, you can move the order into manufacture. This will then calculate all the parts and components, all the processes required and their due dates, and any bar or QR codes required to track each part through the workshop. These can then be printed out onto stickers. Based on the manufacturing start and end date and the offsets preset for each process, the schedule will be populated to show each department what they need to do and when for every single order. The schedule will then show the target, scheduled and achieved capacity for each day, and flag red if a department is overloaded or underutilised. This allows management to schedule according to capacity and make sure that the workshop isn't underused. Each process can calculate the capacity differently. One might be the number of pieces, another might be the running meters, another one might be the estimated time required, and another the monetary value. It's completely up to you, and these can be set up when we set the system up, but you can also go in and make those changes yourself. As each process is signed off in the workshop, it gets crossed off on the schedule and will be shown in the achieved field. You can view the schedule for just one process or department. So in the workshop, each department knows exactly what they should be doing and when. Or a manager can look at all of the processes and all of the orders, and they can move the processes around based on the capacity. If people don't turn up or a machine breaks down, the manager can adjust to suit and can bring everything back on track. If a process isn't completed on the day it should have been, there's an exclamation mark will show and it will drag through and show in yesterday's list. This ensures that nothing is missed and it clearly shows the production manager where the workshop is falling behind, and they can then go down and deal with that. Throughout the system, we collect all of the data and then we bring it down and refine it and show management, show the workshop team just the information they need to be able to make the decisions. To sign off a process in the workshop, it's really easy. You just click on the process from a computer or a tablet, select the user, select the parts that have been completed and sign them off. This then timestamps them as completed and it assigns the revenue for them for that process to that day. If you want to time track the processes, you can assign the work to somebody which starts the process, and then when you click it to complete, you've then got a start and an end time. Or you can just scan a barcode or QR code from a sticker, and this will sign off the processes for you. So from the sign off screen, a user can also make a note of a mistake or a remake. This ensures the information is translated to the manager of the relevant department to remake or to refinish or to do whatever they need to. And this gets rid of all the multiple emails and calls backwards and forwards. And it also allows management to look at report data showing the common mistakes so that processes can be put in place to minimise these mistakes in the future. As the processes are signed off, stock can be automatically booked out. This keeps the stock figures accurate. With periodic stock takes, these automatic adjustments can be refined to reflect the actual wastage experienced for each material. Within the Employee tab, you can track their skill matrix, and these can be updated by you as people learn new skills. You can track which processes they manage, their standard working hours, any absences and holidays, and you can also run performance reviews and track those and look back. Because all processes are assigned to employees, you can analyse what they've achieved and compare that to others working in the same department. The hours worked and the absences can link through into the capacity scheduling. So if you've got employees booked away on holiday or they're off sick, the system will automatically adjust the capacity for those days within the departments that they work in. You can also create and remove user accounts. So if an employee leaves, you can immediately remove their access to the system. Employees can be on the system and have processes assigned to them without needing a user license, but anyone logging into the system will need a user license. Within the stock section, you can see all items that are tracked in stock. This can be parts, bundles which are groups of parts, or material. You can click through to any item, and in there you can see the stock history and you can make any stock adjustments. The system can calculate a recommended par level based on historic usage, and then flag up when an item goes below that par level set. We run an algorithm that eliminates the highs and the lows within the stock usage, so that one big order for a special item that doesn't skew your par levels for months afterwards. To create a new stock order, just click the button, choose the items you want to order, amend the amounts if required, choose the supplier if more than one is available, and then the system will group everything by supplier and generate the relevant POs. These can then be emailed through to the supplier within the system, and once the goods arrive, can be booked into stock. POs can also be assigned to an order, so if you're ordering materials specifically for a job, those costs can be allocated accordingly. You can also create internal orders for parts. This means you can hold commonly used parts in stock, and when client orders are low, you can fill up the capacity by manufacturing stock items. Then at other times in the year when capacity is full, you can use these stock items up, giving you more capacity in the workshops. The system will automatically check to see if you have any parts in stock, and if there aren't any, it will create the manufacturer records to create them for this client, just in this instance. Or you can choose to set the system up to place regular internal orders to keep certain parts at certain par levels. The system will work out what the requirements are for each part and material, based on the orders within manufacture and within planning. So being able to see these orders in planning, this gives the workshop sight of orders that are coming up in the future that might not have been fully signed off, but you can see what's coming down the road, ensuring that stock can be ordered in time and you can group items and place larger orders, therefore paying a lower price. Within the manufacture section, you can produce any type of paperwork you want for the workshops. This can include assembly sheets, stickers, lists of special items or dispatch notes. You can select specific orders or a date range or just an individual order. These reports can be grouped and you can print all the paperwork for a whole week's production with one button if you want, saving hours of time. Here you can also export to CNCs or any other automated machine. The system will pull through the relevant CNC programs for each component and even create bespoke program names for unique items. You can go in and edit any of the reports, changing the data that they show or creating new reports yourself. You never have to create cutting lists manually. Everything is calculated automatically, and we display only the information that the user needs at that time, rather than bombarding them with everything or showing everything on one complicated drawing. This ensures key information about production doesn't get missed. we ensure that data only needs to be entered once, but can then be displayed in multiple ways, minimising errors and time wasted. Within the Financials tab, you can see a daily profit and loss based on your scheduled production and your actual production. This ensures that every single day you know if your workshop has been profitable or not, and whether your workshop schedule matches your financial projections. This is a fantastic overview that gives you control of what is going on. And when things are not going right, you can react immediately. You don't have to wait to the end of the month to see your monthly P&Ls. You can see this on a daily basis, so you can make daily decisions. Within the catalogue, each product is built up from materials, components, parts, and bundles. Bundles are groups of parts. For instance, the fascia of a unit could be the frame and the door and the drawer fronts. That becomes a bundle of parts. Each type of part can have a different route through the workshop, depending on the part source. If the part comes from stock, you might have completed half of the processes already. That means the system will only assign the processes left to do, like assembly and dispatch. The same part could be outsourced, or depending on an algorithm, have different processes done to it. For example, if a part is larger than will fit on your CNC, the system can automatically send that to the workshop to be done there instead. These workshop rules are unique to you and they're created when we set up the system for you, but they can be amended and updated by yourselves at any point. Materials, we build them into groups, so that if you choose to have your carcass in oak, the sides, top and bottom, they could be 19mm veneered MDF, the shelves could be 25mm veneered MDF, and the back 10mm veneered MDF. But if the user changes the carcass option to walnut, all the relevant parts and components will change to the correct material in the background. This also makes it much easier to offer a new carcass material to all products within your catalogue, without having to create duplicates of your product for each option of material. Every component and part can be parametric, meaning the size and even the quantity can change based on a formula. For example, if you change the width of a base unit, all the components will automatically resize, and above a certain width it can add 2 extra feet for stability. Or as a wall cabinet gets taller, it can add more shelves. Ensuring these all happen automatically minimises mistakes, as the system will produce the same results every single time. You can have as many options or variants on a product as you wish. This could be the door style or door options like rail width or panels, carcass finish or the drawings that are attached. All of these options can affect the price. As part of the setup of the system, we will build your catalogue of products and show you how to amend and create the new ones going forward. So that is just a brief overview of our system. Woodge Manufacturing is the result of years of development, and it combines the unique industry knowledge of our founders with testing within Devolve Kitchen's workshops, and this ensures that the theories actually work in practice, and you can truly use our system for standard products and completely bespoke furniture at the same time. We give you control of everything within your business. We'd love to work with you, so please get in touch so that we can start the process of installing our intelligent manufacturing system into your business. Thank you for watching.